Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Bachelor Nation News fans, Rachael Kirkconnell and Matt James, stars from season 25 of The Bachelor, ended their relationship just 3 hours before Matt announced the breakup on Instagram, according to Rachael's sister. Trinity, Rachael's sibling, shared the surprising detail on TikToker Gabby White's video about the split on Friday. She had previously told White that the couple, who had been together since meeting on The Bachelor in 2021, were still together when Matt made the announcement. In his emotional Instagram post Thursday, Matt shared a throwback photo of their first meeting at the iconic Bachelor mansion. His caption read, "Father God, give Rachael and I strength to mend our broken hearts. Give us a peace about this decision to end our relationship that transcends worldly understanding. Shower our friends and family with kindness and love to comfort us. And remind us that our joy comes from you, Lord." Fans were stunned by the announcement, especially since Matt had posted a video of the pair trying pizza in London just 2 days earlier. Some speculated his account was hacked, while others theorized the breakup might be fake. Adding to the confusion, gossip account Dumois shared a video that appeared to show the pair walking together in Tokyo on January 13th. Matt had recently posted videos of their trips to Aspen and London, but hadn't mentioned Japan. Rachael has not publicly addressed the breakup. You agree you are 18 or over. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and improve our understanding of you. This may include ads from us and third parties based on our knowledge of you. Unsubscribe at any time. More info. According to the U.S. Sun, Rachael was the one who ended the relationship because Matt
hours too
wouldn't
late.
commit.
The real reason Matt James dumped Rachael Kirkconnell. To the world, we were still perfect, but behind that Instagram post, everything had already fallen apart. Rachael Kirkconnell. The calm before the storm. It was supposed to be a picture-perfect weekend. Palm trees swayed under the Malibu sun, the waves crashing gently onto the beach just outside the luxury Airbnb, where Matt James and Rachael Kirkconnell had retreated for what their fans assumed was another romantic getaway. They had both been influencers for a while now. Him, the charming former bachelor turned brand ambassador and budding entrepreneur. Her, the reformed Southern belle with a picture-perfect aesthetic and growing following. Everything about them screamed, still together, stronger than ever, and goals. But Rachael would later say that she felt it the moment he kissed her forehead instead of her lips. Matt had been unusually quiet all morning. Their breakfast spread, avocado toast, matcha lattes, and dragon fruit bowls, sat untouched. Instead of scrolling through reels or posting morning selfies, he stared out at the ocean, his thoughts somewhere far away. She didn't ask. Not yet. At 9 a.m., they had taken a few content photos together. Rachael wore a white crochet cover-up and leaned into Matt with her typical glow, all radiant smiles and sun-kissed cheeks. Matt held her waist. The camera captured their chemistry, but it didn't capture the truth. By noon, Rachael had picked a caption and pre-scheduled the post for 4 p.m. PST. My forever beach buddy. Sun, wave emoji. Hashtag love you always. But at 1 p.m., Matt dropped the bomb that would render that post completely meaningless. The conversation that changed everything. I need to talk to you, Matt said, setting down his phone and looking at her with the kind of seriousness Rachael hadn't seen in months, maybe not since the show ended. She tried to joke, "Did I eat the last croissant again?" He didn't laugh. Her stomach dropped. He sat beside her on the balcony couch, legs bouncing nervously. "I should have done this earlier," he said. Rachael stiffened. "Done what?" His next words were a whisper, but they detonated like a grenade. "Broken up with you." 3 hours of shock. The silence between them stretched out. For a moment, all Rachael could hear was the ocean, and then came the sound of her heartbeat, racing, thudding, drowning out everything else. "This is a joke," she said. "You're joking." "I'm not." But we just took photos, Matt. I scheduled our post. What are you talking about? He looked down. I couldn't keep pretending. I've tried, Rach. I tried to push through, but it's not fair to either of us. Push through what? You didn't say anything. You let me plan our weekend like everything was fine. Matt leaned forward, elbows on his knees, eyes glassy. That's the problem. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to ruin what we had left. Rachael blinked, stunned. You're breaking up with me? Now? Here? Why? There was a pause, so long it felt like the world had stopped. Because I don't think I'm in love anymore. What the cameras didn't show. Their story had always been messy. America saw the fairy tale ending, the first black bachelor choosing the girl from Georgia despite the scandal, the awkward after the final rose, and then the slow crawl back to each other after a few months apart. But what no one saw was the emotional toll of being together when the world thought they shouldn't be. Rachael tried. She took accountability, spoke to diversity experts, immersed herself in education. But Matt felt the pressure of being a symbol, and the relationship started to feel like performance art. Every move had to be calculated, every moment scrutinized. There was love, real love, but there was also exhaustion. And somewhere between red carpet appearances and TikTok collabs, they stopped being Matt and Rachael. They became Matt and Rachael TM. A brand. The countdown begins. 1 p.m. Matt ended things. 1:27 p.m. Rachael locked herself in the guest bathroom and cried into a towel, her phone buzzing nonstop on the sink. 1:52 p.m. Matt packed his duffel bag. 2:10 p.m. Rachael nearly canceled the post. She opened the app, hovered her thumb over delete draft, but paused. 2:13 p.m. A voice inside her whispered, "Make him regret it." 2:14 p.m. She left the post scheduled. The Instagram illusion. At exactly 4 p.m., while Rachael was curled up in bed with swollen eyes, the post went live. Instagram, @Rachael Kirkconnell. My forever beach buddy. Sun, wave emoji, #love you always. The comments flooded in. Still rooting for you two. You guys are literally perfect. When's the wedding? Matt was already on his way back to LA, scrolling through the comments as his Uber crawled along the Pacific Coast Highway. He winced. It looked like they were still together. And for a brief moment, a pit opened in his stomach. Did I just make the biggest mistake of my life? The aftermath. That night, while fans reposted the beach photos and created TikToks about bachelor couples who survived cancel culture, Matt sat on his couch staring at his phone, ignoring texts from Tyler Cameron. Rachael, meanwhile, received a DM from a tabloid reporter. Rumors you and Matt broke up? Any comment? Doesn't look like it from today's post. She threw the phone across the room. The post had gone viral, but inside she felt like a fraud. How do you grieve someone who the world thinks still loves you? 1 week later. The truth didn't stay buried for long. An anonymous source tipped off Dumois. Then emails followed. Within 72 hours, the headlines were everywhere. Matt James and Rachael Kirkconnell secretly split days ago. Instagram post a cover-up? Fans were confused, angry, devastated. Some blame Matt, some blame Rachael, others blame the pressure of fame. Rachael finally broke her silence with a captionless photo. Just her, sitting in a chair, staring out a window. Matt posted a story, a black screen with the words, "Not everything is what it seems." The truth came out. 2 weeks later, Matt appeared on a podcast. He admitted, "I never wanted it to end that way, but I couldn't lie to her anymore, or to myself." He paused, then added, "The hardest part wasn't walking away. It was watching the world still believe we were fine. That post, it hurt." Rachael, in her own sit-down with Caitlin Bristow, said, "He broke up with me at 1 p.m. That post went up at 4 p.m. I wanted to delete it, but a part of me just wanted to remind him what he gave up." Moving on? Months passed. Matt dove into work, a startup, a book deal, a running club. Rachael traveled. Greece, Bali, Morocco. She captioned every photo with sunshine emojis, but none of them included another man. People speculated. Were they seeing other people? Could they get back together? Matt's friend said, he still loves her, but he doesn't know how to fix what fame broke. Rachel's friend said, she still checks his stories. She pretends not to care, but she does. The reunion we didn't see coming. 6 months later, they both showed up, separately, at a mutual friend's wedding in Charleston. He looked stunned when he saw her. She looked breathtaking. They danced, not together, but not far apart either. At one point, they ended up on the terrace alone. "Hey," he said. "Hi. You look good. So do you." Silence. Then she said, "You know that post I made? The one from Malibu?" "Yeah? I left it up for you." Matt swallowed hard. "I know." Another silence. Then he said, "I'm sorry." Rachel smiled, sad and small. "Me too." Not a fairy tale, but real. They didn't get back together that night, but they talked. And sometimes that's the first step. Not every Bachelor romance ends in a ring. Some end 3 hours before an Instagram post. But even then, there's beauty in the honesty and power in the heartbreak, because real love isn't about the followers or the fantasy. It's about what happens after the camera stops rolling.